Welcome to episode 36 of We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
I'm Stevie Wildcard.
And every week, Stevie Wildcard and I get together and we do our best to just take all of our problems and our issues and our distractions and throw them into the mouth of a volcano, Steven. That's what we do. We take them, we wrap them up, and we sacrifice them to the gods of getting stuff done. And so most recently we've been working on a semi-autobiographical time travel graphic novel musical. We launched a Kickstarter for it and everything, and it's been pretty successful. We had to do some stuff this week. How did you do this week, Steven?
I failed, Anthony. I failed. I didn't do the pages, but I did.
No, Steven, your audio cut out, and I didn't hear what you said. Can you say it 3 more times?
Failed.
So what I'm hearing, Steven, is you might not have been very successful this week. I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. There's no audio on my side, but I'm seeing your facial expressions, and I'm assuming either you did really well. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. Well, we've both we've kind of been piggybacking, failing week by week, depending on what we're trying to get done. I will say that there's an asterisk on your failure this week, though, because you did get some stuff done that I was asking you to get done aside from what we planned. So this week, Steven, he finished a couple of cool title drawings for our various segments. We'll do one of those segments today, so we'll just save that for when you see it. But those will be cool. Those will pop up, over time. So he did drawings for the Pitches Get Stitches and for the Anthony Dates Robots, which we'll do one of those later just for fun, so you guys can, so everyone can see that. I did not pull an Anthony. I succeeded. This was my week where, my son went with his mom for 2 days, a day and a half, but I happened to be off of work. I had all of my free time, it was a perfect storm of Anthony free time. And when that happens, I just dive in, and that's what I did. So I literally lettered all of the narration for all of the pages that I had. So I did 22 pages of narration. Yeah, 22, Steven. I literally didn't leave the chair my whole time off. I was just I'm sitting here, I'm finishing. I thought it looked pretty good. What did you think? Did you?
Oh, no, it looks fantastic. I'm so excited.
So I know there are still a couple here and there that need a little bit of tweaking as far as the bubble to word ratios. I want to make sure everything looks perfect. That being said, though, I think they all look really good.
No, I love the font selections too, and even the font selection that you showed me that you're going to use for the dialogue and stuff.
Yeah,
it all looks really good and really clean. I like it.
Yeah, thank you, dude. So I got all of that done. That felt amazing. I don't know. It was a really good week for me as far as that was concerned. Otherwise, I don't know. I was down this week for some reason. Yeah,
I've noticed the tweets. The tweets have been sad. Well, they just have not necessarily sad. They just haven't been Anthony.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's weird because then I get into the thing where I'm do I just tweet silly stuff just to so people don't hate me? And then I start feeling
monkey dance.
Yeah, now I feel the dance monkey dance thing, and I'm maybe people already hated me anyway, and they're just doing this out of pity. They like me out of pity. I don't who am I? What do I have to post silly stuff? Do I have to post robot stuff? Do I have to do this to be? But then I'm who am I? I'm having this identity crisis. Does it matter what I write? Am I a different person depending on what tweets I make? I guess I am. I'm people define me differently, and it's all weird. I had a weird emotional week for some reason. And then yesterday, I don't know about you, but I shower. I take showers. I'm a person who showers sometimes.
I absolutely have to shower because of my job. If I didn't shower, I wouldn't have any friends or a wife or anything.
So like you and probably a couple of our listeners, at
least a few.
I know it's weird. Some people, most people prefer baths. Or just filth. I know that's the general consensus. People are filthy bath takers. No. But so anyway, I was in the shower yesterday. And I turned the water on before I got in the shower, waited for it to get hot, started the shower. That's usually what I do. The shower starts, the shower head just takes off, poof, all that pressure, just beautiful hot water. I'm I can't wait. I get in the shower and I just kind of start rinsing my body. And as I turn to wash my frontal sides, and Steven, the shower head, just attacked me, Steven. It just bah! So the metal shower head flies at me from above, just like death from above, like you're going down, boy, and just like jumps at me. And I dodge it, right? So I'm like, whoa, like move my feet in the shower without slipping, move my foot, like yes, didn't get me. As it happens, like simultaneously, I look down, I look up, and just the jet stream torrent geyser of fury just
right in the face.
Right in the face. Like, no, there was nothing stopping that pressure. It was just like Anthony versus the volcano, like the worst kind of porno for me, / not so bad for others, maybe. I don't know, but like
for the guy that's been creeping on me in my bathroom mirror, he's loving every second of this.
So no, it's like if I could watch any moment from my life from like an outside perspective, you'd think it would be like, oh, the birth of my child, like oh, his first steps. Like I'd be like, it would be so funny to watch that from the outside because I must admit, I was just like, yes, like I had like the briefest celebration, like the smallest, like just like yes, just like
soaked.
It was obviously it had to be simultaneous, but it felt like I just like everything slowed down because I was like, I'm being attacked by this thing, dodge as something just sprayed me in the face. Yeah, so I had to like shut off the water. I was like, I'm never showering again.
I draw the line here. This is when I'm done.
Steven, so then somehow, so the people who had this house before us installed a thing. So I was fortunate in this, although obviously they booby trapped it, Steven. They knew this was coming. They were like, we're gonna
Kevin McAllister like set up all the pranks at your house before.
Yeah, it's like talk about wet bandits. I'm like, oh, like yeah. So so Kevin McAllister just like booby trapped it, attacked me. There has to be a camera somewhere, so maybe they'll show me the footage at some point, or it'll wind up on like online one of the various like dark web deep situations that I'm probably already a member of. Like people have been watching us forever, Steven. The NSA has to be making some money off our footage, right? Like we're just here being human, and they're like, people watch reality shows, people are gonna watch these goobers. Anyway, so but the person who set it up, not only did they set up like a faulty shower head, I think I think it was all planned because there was a double shower head, like another shower head connected to that one, like a secondary shower head with like the cord, like it was a big nozzle where like.
Now I'm just imagining like a Rick and Morty thing where it's like, but now there's another water head, and like it's narrated just like that though, like with the stumbling words and everything. Oh, and then there's a third water head.
And like, okay, so basically, I imagine it was just they set it up so they can have a shower, but then whenever they wanted, they can just turn it to the secondary nozzle and hold it and just kind of like specifically wash their body. Since we've moved into this place, have never used it. I've just like, I'm a classic shower coming down, like just rain on me, make me like burn my back as much as possible, and then we're good. Like we're fine. Scold me like I deserve it, and then
burn the bacteria off my body.
Yeah, just that's it.
Slay me, daddy.
So, but I've never used this thing, right? So I'm like, oh, so like the water jets come down. I push, like I flip the little switch, and then that one is hooked up to the wall and it just starts spraying against the wall. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. So I grab it off, and I have this thing, and I'm just like, don't spray yourself, So it has the different settings on it. You know those heads, the shower heads with the different settings on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Steven, the one that just broke also had those settings. That one has those settings. Okay, I don't know your opinion of these things. I don't know who's using these different settings. What it is to me is it's a shower head with 6 versions of broken and one working shower.
One that works.
One that works.
Dude, just like any garden variety of sprayer. It's like, do you want just the regular hose? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about this mist setting that's good for absolutely nothing? You want to pretend that you're a hippo and it's the first rain in Africa?
You want to see? You want to see a snake blow up birthday candles? Because that's what this one is. It is not working. It's barely a hiss. It's getting out none of those candles, baby. And it's no one wants
who's the guy that's like, all right, so the first guy's like, this is the setting I came up with. And like, oh, that's a great setting, Jed. Gary, what do you got? I got this. That's not a setting, Gary. Oh, but it is. We just put it on and then we just spin it.
What's weird is like, okay, there are a few that at least have like variations. Like there is a big difference between like the little like little weird saliva that no one can use and
The drip.
stream. Like there's at least a big difference. You ever notice that there are always at least 3 that are just the same thing but like
slightly different?
Like can you imagine being in that boardroom where they're like, so what you got, Johnson? And it's like, okay, listen, hear me out. You remember that thing Charlie said? Charlie, everyone loved it, you all clapped, everyone was great. Imagine that, but again, and a little different.
Just a little. Three of the nozzles aren't shooting water. They're shooting like a mist substance, and it really just lowers the pressure by like a level that you wouldn't even be able to detect. It's really what it is.
Brilliant. It's brilliant. Print it. In fact, fire Charlie. This is our man. That's the kind of cutthroat shark nonsense we need in our business. I've never had to shower with one hand. It was really weird because I'm like holding this thing or else it would go everywhere, you know? So I'm like, I have to pour shampoo on my head. And I was like, I've never done that. Is that how people shampoo? I usually I put shampoo on my face. Like, just squirt. And then it was weird. It was all weird.
Speaking of like shampoos, by the way, and this isn't going to get too risque, but Tina, I remember because like, since I am married to a high-end stylist, of course, all of my shampoo bar is like expensive stuff. So Tina's giving me the rundown, like you only need a nickel size. And I'm like, man, like when I have a lot of hair and I get dust in it from cutting papers and stuff. Like, so then, I do the couple thing and we're taking a shower together and I watch how much she globs into her hand. I'm like, that is way more than a nickel. You liar.
I'm in a chunk of nickel, like a giant rock of nickel. That's what I meant. Like,
she's tried to make me use like the Oliver portions of porridge.
Like, please, ma'am, may I have some more shampoo? Of course you can. Shave your head, Steven. This is my shampoo now. I have like an elephant graveyard of body washes and shampoos that I've just been collecting over the months. Just on top of. Because I kind of do the thing where once it gets down to basically nothing, I put water in it and I shake it, and I'm like, I'm gonna get something out of this. So then what happens is I fool myself into thinking that there's something in there, but then at some point I'll be at the store and I'm like, there's not really anything in there. So I buy a new one, but now I have this like kind of watered down shampoo body wash. I'm like, I don't want to use that. That's future Anthony's problem. So I use the like new hotness, like the fresh body wash and fresh, shampoo and stuff. Future Anthony has to use that watered down, like just camel spit, like whatever's in that, he can use that. That's his problem.
I always say if only we can operate as efficient as we do on the last bit of something for the whole thing. Like toothpaste, man, I swear to get down to this point, I'm like doing like these twists and bends to get every last piece out because I don't want to walk 5 feet to grab another tube. But yeah, it's funny. That's funny.
Anything else you wanted to talk about this week before I get into like the Anthony Dates Robot stuff?
Samuel was a jerk today.
Samuel was a jerk?
So dude, Tina and I were just chilling. Chasey was watching
video.
You
saying that Samuel was a dickhead?
Oh yes, Mr. Dickhead Samuel. He still got that dick all over his head. It's not going anywhere. It's getting bigger. If anything, it's growing with age. It stands to attention. But so Chase is in my wild cave, watching videos on the Mac. Cambria's in her bedroom watching Power Rangers because she's totally into Power Rangers right now, which is awesome. But I come in here because Chase goes, Sam pooped in your room, which was bad enough. But dude, I come into this room and it smells like 30-year-old dog urine somehow. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, Sam, what could you have possibly done to make it smell like this? This is horrible. Like, I've smelled your pee. It does not smell like this. This is
I ate a time machine, Dad. I ate a time machine.
Something, dude.
Oh no.
This little dude found his way into our pantry, grabbed the cauliflower flour. So it's cauliflower, but it's dusted cauliflower. So we all know how strong of a smell cauliflower has. Now imagine it being dusted, and he was chewing on it. So what I was smelling wasn't urine, it was cauliflower flour, and it was such a potent smell that, like, since I saw him going number 2, I'm like, for sure that's what that is. But no, it was just cauliflower flour, and it was a much better situation. But he's a little monster. He's a cutie though. I love him to death. He's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, Steven. You might anyone who's been watching this for a while might remember we had an episode 9, we had an episode in which I told a backstory of someone who put me through a very uncomfortable situation and then proceeded to text message me almost every night, several times a week, after midnight for over a month, and it finally died down. It was a. You go watch episode 9 if you don't know that story. It's interesting. It was an interesting, frustrating situation. Person stopped messaging me. This happened around November, I think November 3rd or 4th. She like it was over. I was like I put an end to it. I stopped. I didn't respond to her anymore. I threatened, I threatened a restraining order at some point, and I stopped messaging her. So she sent me like this just series of messages, and then thankfully she was like, "Okay, I understand. I'm done. Like, I'm sorry for everything," and stopped. And I was like, "Yes, that's it." That was in November, very beginning of November. Yesterday, I got a text from my mom. And I was like, oh, okay, so I look at my phone and I was like, but as I go to open the text from my mom, I just like catch a glimpse of a text above that I didn't get a notification for. So after I text my mom back, I look and it's because I muted the number, I asked to not be notified because she was kind of blowing up my phone for a while. So she messaged me. She texted me at 2 o'clock in the morning, the night before, and she only said the words, "Hey, asshole." Steven, like,
oh man.
Okay, so here's the thing, Steven. Like, I'm going to chalk this one up. At least at this point, I'm saying this so we have this on record. Like, I'm chalking it up at this point as just like a random drunk text. Like, maybe she was thinking about things and she was like, "Oh, that was a weird situation," and like, I don't know, but in my perspective, like I have a bunch of text messages that go from her like apologizing like vehemently, like just like straight, completely recognizing, "Hey, I know that got weird and crazy, and I'm sorry now. I shouldn't have been doing that." Like, finally, everything was fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
To, "Hey, asshole." So I was like,
I'm just imagining her like drunk and disheveled, like, "Hey, asshole. Yeah, right. You, Mr. Yeah. Ruin my life."
It's just weird. So if you don't know the story, go watch episode 9. You'll understand how this is all a little bizarre. But Steven, it just really like drove home the point that I am just probably never gonna date again unless they're robots, Steven.
Anthony dates robots. Meow meow.
I actually like that a lot, so we're gonna keep that. So all right, let's pull up the thing.
I think I have it.
All right, cool. Let me see. Oh, dude, this one. Oh my gosh, this one. I just read a little of it again. I was remembering it, so it's made me laugh. So, come on, hold me closer, little robot.
Lie to me about your scams.
You've got robot eyes. When I'm with you, I just... No. Okay. Hang on. Okay, I think I got it.
Do you really want to date me?
Nice.
Or you just tried to scam me?
Okay, so I got another Anthony Dates Robots for you guys. So I'll be playing the part of me. Steven, you'll be playing the part of
Kate Slivermorgan.
Kate Slivermorgan.
Okay. Kate Slivermorgan.
Yeah, that's probably how she sounded.
Her father definitely sounded that way.
Oh, absolutely.
We Slivermorgans built this damn country.
Okay, so this one happened after the Illuminati one and all that. It was, it wasn't too long ago. It happened this year. So, all right, but go ahead, Steven.
Hello. How are you doing?
Sleepy and suspicious. You?
Same here, thanks. So she's sleepy and suspicious as well.
I mean, now we have that in common, so we're gonna bond over that forever.
Where are you from?
I just recently escaped from the kingdom of Universal Studios. You?
I just finished my education. Are you from USA? Because I'm from USA.
I mean, okay, it's possible. It's not okay. Anyway, back to this. So Must be nice. I've been stuck in this foam raptor suit since birth.
Are you on Hangout?
And this is okay. So every once in a while I break and I'm just like, why can't you just respond? You know, so I just say, I wish you were better at this.
She goes, yeah.
Okay, so I write, if you want to scam people, you should at least be a better communicator.
Are you on Hangout? She just doubles down, right?
Yep, she just doubles down. And I say, can you prove that you're a scammer?
Lols with a Z, proving that she's probably not a scammer. Yeah. Lols, am not scam. Okay, can we do video call?
So I write, send me a picture of your nostrils and a list of your fears.
To which she responds, okay. But you have to give me something if I send you.
What are we talking about here? Do you need a shoe? I only have the one pair. Do you want left or right? Because one always tells the truth and one always lies.
Okay. Can you give me your number?
Is that all you charge for those sweet, sweet nostril pics? A number?
Because we can't talk better.
Not with that attitude. So then she shows a picture of her butt, like in, you know, like underwear kind of thing. But yeah, so she sends me a picture of like a girl with a butt. And I wrote, look, I was just in this for the nostrils. If you can't give me what I need, I can do bad all by myself.
Then I'm going to send you my nude picture. Nude.
So she writes, then I'm going to send you my nude pics. And she resends the same picture for some reason.
So what you want from me? You want to sex me?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just want nostril pics.
Okay, fine.
So then she sent me a full naked picture. Just like this woman, just full naked. Like that's like she was naked. She's a naked person. And I wrote, you absolute tease. How dare you reveal everything but those seductive face holes?
You asked fucking questions.
So I write, yeah. So she literally, so she responds to that with, you asked fucking questions. So I say, are questions your kryptonite? Do you take off clothes every time someone asks you a question? Wait, you're naked now. Did you just rip off some skin? Oh God, are you okay? Are you a skeleton now? Hang on. Oh, I can't read that part with my phone. Oh, does it hurt? Can I still see your nostrils?
To which she responds very simply, very bot-like. Are you on WhatsApp?
Oh, you're in the Illuminati. I talked to your boss the other day, and I'll tell you what I told him. I want to be friends with Kat Dennings.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. The Kat Dennings thing always scares them away. It's like they know something.
Okay, so here's the thing. Now that
they're all working for Andrew WK, that's what they're doing.
I was going to say, now that Andrew WK and Kat Dennings have come out as a couple, I'm pretty sure that they're partying with the Illuminati, and this is an Eyes Wide Shut situation.
That's the party he was getting started.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, Steven. Like, I think that they're together. So
the Illuminati was basically singing to us common folk, let's get a party started.
I had to unfollow her, Steven, because it was breaking my little heart. It was just breaking my heart to see those pictures. I just love her.
She's so happy. She's just so happy, and it's without you. But it's okay. It's her journey. It's her journey.
It's her journey. It's so funny. I have to be careful because like there are people who that's a legitimate response to them for them to, they behave that way. I don't actually have feelings for Kat Dennings anymore because she's taken. So I'll just cry into my pillow tonight. No,
I miss pillow. No, I'm just kidding.
But dude, wasn't that so weird? Like, I mean, it's so funny because obviously they're trying to get me on WhatsApp. Obviously they're trying to get me on separate, like they wanted to take me to a secondary location and do something suspicious, like something questionable. And Steven, I'm going to do it. Like I have to get a WhatsApp and I have to follow them to there. I just have to be very careful and understand what's at risk when I do that. Right. Like I have to.
Well, I think you would just have to maybe like, I don't know we'll have to look into what it requires, but maybe if you can just punch in like a fake address with like maybe like a gift card, we can just buy like a $25 gift card or something.
That's true. Something like that. Because like I do want to follow that rabbit hole a little further. If they're like, hey, like I want to do a video with you on WhatsApp. Someone like that who just sent those pictures, I think it's hilarious. If you know, I want to see what they're willing, like how I want to see how they try to like circumvent actually sending a video, because there's no way that person was actually the person they were sending pictures of. Like it was,
No. It was some dude, you know, on some bum internet somewhere, and just sending you that, trying to scam and fish.
Yep. And I mean, maybe he has a video, maybe he has like an OnlyFans video from her, just like generally speaking to an audience, saying like, "Oh, this is me, baby, look at me," you know, like something stupid. So like so someone would be fooled into thinking that they were being addressed personally, you know? That's why.
Not you, though, because you're asking for nostril pics.
I'm asking
no one asks for
all day. Like, I hate
nostril pics.
Yeah, I asked.
Let me see them hairs. Let me see them hairs you're not keeping at bay. When you put a good megapixel up there.
Dude, I asked, it's so good. I asked one recently to like draw pictures of Kermit the Frog on her body, and she was just like, "I don't know who that is." And I was like she was from France, and I was like, "You don't have I know you have Kermit the Frog in France. You have to. There's no way Kermit the Frog doesn't transcend like space.
Like, yeah, especially Europe. I mean, come on,
right? Like you have to know Kermit the Frog. Like I like you have to.
Russia and China might have their own variations of Kermit, but France definitely has America's Kermit.
Yeah. Oh man, Muppets movies are good. Sad. But good. But I thought that was a funny one. I have so many of those. I haven't really been doing them as much lately. I want to get into them a little bit more for fun. But I get a lot of the same ones. Like I get a lot of the same like Gambian ones. What I'm gonna have to do, Steven, is I'm gonna have to make a fake profile.
A female profile, yeah.
And I'm gonna have to use a picture of myself that I put into a generator to make myself look a little more feminine, slightly more. Probably not much more. I don't know.
Not much more.
I just want to like look like myself and be like,
we have delicate features, Anthony.
Oh, you know what we should talk about, Steven? Steven, let's talk about the Venom trailer for a second.
Oh, the Venom trailer for sure, dude. Dude, I loved it. I loved every second of it. I thought it was all awesome. I think Woody Harrelson's gonna be awesome. I think the symbiotes are awesome. But yeah, man, go ahead.
No, me too. Okay, so I watched the first Venom movie and I didn't know what to think going in. I don't watch movie trailers, like for the most part. Like I try to just avoid them unless I'm like on the fence about something. I don't know why. I just like felt like I saw the Venom trailer come out today and I was like, I want to watch it. I want to see what they're doing. You know, like I just want to see what they're doing. Because I enjoyed the first Venom. I thought it was a little goofy. Like the tone was a little like weird. I didn't know what to think, but I enjoyed it. Like I thought it was fun. Like all the way through. I like the cast a lot. I mean, some of the dialogue is cheesy, but what are you gonna do? It's a movie about like a symbiote, like it's But the thing is, I actually really like the tone that they go for with this movie. Like I prefer this version of Venom to a dark version of Venom.
Yeah, no, 100. And what's his
What, Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy. I always want to say Ed Hardy. I don't want to say Ed Hardy, but Tom Hardy does such a good job at like this guy that's dealing with this thing. Like he's like almost like serious Charlie Day, if that makes any sense.
Like no, absolutely. Like, I think it's fun because it's like a monstery Hulk version of Deadpool, where it's like you get this like Jekyll and Hyde situation going on where this man's obviously dealing with like these like inner monsters, and it's but they focus on just like his everyday life, and it's a lot of fun to see how that works. I really enjoyed the first one a lot. I didn't think it was like perfect movie or whatever, but it was a lot of fun. It was great. It was here's the thing, it was a lot better than I thought it would be for sure. And I love Tom Hardy. I think that it's a fun property. I love Woody Harrelson, and I'm excited for this next one. So I saw the trailer. They showed a lot more than I expected to see, honestly. For sure.
And Carnage looks insane, dude. Like full on like axes, and just the whole monster that he is.
I couldn't tell exactly what their what the origin of Carnage is going to be in the movies. It looks like it's going to have something to do with him being put to death, but like I'm assuming the symbiote like breaks off or something. Like I don't know what's happening. It's very interesting. Clearly he's has a symbiote. They wouldn't intentionally inject this clear murdery person, right? So like he was on death row. They were probably going to execute him, but something that was inside of the syringes was for whatever reason compromised, right? Like
that's what it appeared. Like some fog like kind of clogged up the
so like something in the syringes as they're injecting him with the the lethal injection, something in there has to have the symbiote, or at least a fraction of the symbiote inside, and then it like multiplies with his body or something, and he becomes the monster. I I don't know. It's just like I love the relationship that they already showed. That how like Eddie Brock and Venom like are just like living together in this like really mess of like the worst kind of symbiotic
him
relationship.
Cooking that breakfast for
That
anyone.
was so funny. I think it was great how messy and disgusting it is, and how like like Eddie Brock just is at the point where he just has to tolerate like this. Is
it's like having like this toddler like monster just rampaging his life.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the actual plot of this movie is going to be. I do think that they're going to at some point in this like Venom story have to play with him separating from the symbiote and then getting back together. Like maybe he is the only host for the symbiote. Maybe because obviously no one wants to live like that, right? Like no one wants to live like that forever. He has to get a handle on this thing at some point. Like it can't just be like throwing eggs around his kitchen. Like it's just nobody wants. But anyway, I don't know. I watched it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really can't wait to see it. It said in theaters.
September something. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I can't wait. I'm really excited for that. I'm excited for all the comic book movies coming out. I'm just like I am really excited for them. Even like there are movies coming out like about characters, and it reminds me of like a Guardians of the Galaxy situation. Like I don't know anything about the Eternals.
Yeah, no, but it looks so good, and to have Kit Harington and I always forget the actor's name, but the other Stark, what's his name?
Oh yeah, that's true. I
forget. Why do I forget his name? But anyways, they're both in that movie.
And Kumail Nanjiani is in it.
Yeah, and he got like really ripped for that movie.
Yeah,
like,
he did. I mean, good
like
for
super
him.
ripped. Yeah, good for him for sure.
Yeah.
He's
that guy's.
And then Suicide Squad the reboot.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Sequel or whatever it's supposed to be.
I didn't watch the trailer for that.
That trailer was really fun.
Was it? I didn't. I still haven't watched the trailer for that, and I don't think I'm going to. Like that's one that I was like, I just kind of trust in James Gunn, and like I'm just gonna go in blind and just like.
It looks like rated R Guardians, so it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be great. I can't wait.
And then Thor 4 comes out like next year, like not early next year too, for like first quarter next year, I think. And like that's going to basically be Guardians are going to be in that movie too. So
of course. It's so funny. Gosh, I love everything they've done with Thor. I did like those movies have evolved so much in the best possible way.
Oh my gosh, like because they just weren't sure where to take his character, and then they finally Thor Ragnarok is just such a great movie. It's like it's seriously one of the best Marvel Cinematic Universe movies.
I think Marvel just I kind of like what I was saying about what I think about the Venom movies. Like I think they're in the right area tonally, because like it's really hard. Because we just, like, through the 90s and early 2000s, we went through a really long era of everything having to be gritty, and, like, it wasn't really as much fun a lot of the time, and then when it was fun, it was overly campy, so it was, like, that's when, like, the Joel Schumacher Batman movies and stuff. So it's, like, how do we, and they keep going back and forth, like, ping-ponging, where it's, like, we'll get the Christopher Nolan, which is, like, I love the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, but they are also, like, really serious for what they are, like you have like
dark, heavy.
They are. It's like what happens to like Harvey Dent. It's all dark in the comics and stuff, but like it's portrayed really, really dark. I don't know. And like when you have a character who looks as ridiculous as Bane, it's just like, all right, and he sounds like that. I guess we're supposed to be really serious about this right now, but like
he talks like this, Bob.
I promise I'm not Sean Connery. I'm here. But gosh, but honestly, I love those movies. It's just like I think they had a good tone, but it was just kind of like that like weird flat line that I don't think struck a lot of people the right way, like
bright colors are finally being splashed on the canvas again, and it's nice, it's nice to see those colors again.
Well, and it's nice that they're not like black light glow in the dark colors like what you got from, like Batman and Robin. You know what I mean? Like you don't have that going on. It's like, but when you do, it's just so much fun. Like you have people. You know what I think it is like giving the properties to the right filmmakers. Like James Gunn. Like that's why I said like I just trust in James Gunn because he'll have a vision for the thing, and there it is. And like sometimes it is like bright neon colors, but it's only sparingly as it's appropriate for the project, and and it works perfectly. And like that's how it should be, I think.
And we've talked about it too, like I forget which episode we talked about it, but we've even discussed that like the superhero genre isn't even really a genre as much as it's a backdrop, and then that's why these movies can kind of operate as like Captain America Winter Soldier is like a thriller, and then like you got Thor Ragnarok, which is like buddy cop comedy, and it's just the superhero is the backdrop. It's just the thing they throw.
It's the same thing, just like time loops, time travel, just it's like they're plot devices, you know. Like you use superpowers as a plot device. You have a character. It's just a characteristic of a thing that enables you to tell stories with, you know, heightened sensibilities and such. But like, superhero isn't the genre, you know, like, and that's
no.
So when we have talked about that, and when I hear people who are just like, I don't watch those movies, I'm like, oh, I mean, first of all, fine. Why are you talking about it? Just I don't get those people at all. But anyway, it's so silly because you can do so much, you know, especially I don't know, like comic book movies, like comic books in general, like it's just like any other medium where you can this whole huge spectrum from like the sincere to the silly and like everything in between, and just like you can do everything with every genre. And the same thing is true about movies, you know? So it's like, it's a lot of fun to see that finally happening, where like we're getting all these fun genres where it's not just kind of like placating. But anyway, I think the movies are like, they've been heading in the right direction, and like the TV shows have been heading in a like great direction. Everything's just like slowly evolving, and I hope people just keep throwing those movies at the canvas, honestly. Like keep splattering the canvas with the different colors until we have like this beautiful like pastiche, like great, amazing, like mosaic of color, and that's
for sure.
Getting, you know,
and it's awesome. It's wonderful.
So, what are you gonna do this week, Steven?
I'm gonna get my 2 pages done this week. That's for sure. Last week, aside from working on those digital things for you, it was also Cambria's birthday last week, and she just basically had a birthday week. There was, you know, Wednesday with Grandma, Thursday with us, Saturday at the park. So like basically every time, like portion of time where I would have a little extra time, I didn't have time. So, but yeah, this week I'll definitely get 2 more pages done, which will put me at page 30 if I get 2 more done this week. Awesome. So we're getting there, man.
Okay. Did you already add those pages to the Dropbox?
I believe so. They're all on the second Dropbox.
Okay, cool. So this week I'm going to finish lettering the narration for the remaining pages that I have access to, and I'm going to finish writing the funny song. That's my plan. So I'll get up to, what is it, like page 28. 28, cool. Yep. So I stopped at page 22, I believe. So I'll get to page 28 in the lettering. I already have everything set up on my computer. Nice. So it's like, and it's been such a fun process, because now, yeah, you know how it is. Like, it's kind of like, you know, you have to get the ball rolling, and like, you know, but like once the momentum gets going, it's like the juggernaut, you know, where it's like
it doesn't stop.
Yeah, you know,
I'm the juggernaut.
Yes, but that's how it's felt, you know, because once I figured out what font I was going to use, and like what size it had to be, and like I put all the settings into the program already, so it was automatically that every time. Because so anyway, it's been working out. I'm making a lot of progress. So that's what I'm going to do this week. But that's it. I'm excited. Thank you all for listening. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go to youtube.com/wehaveissuespodcast and hit the subscribe button, the notification button, like every video. Just generally tell us that you love us, because we need it.
We need your affection.
We weren't hugged enough. We weren't. I think, Steven, we have issues. Like, it's.
My mom didn't hang my pictures on the fridge until I asked her to.
See, okay. See, that's what like it was that, and then it's a bunch of like, then you get like the overpraised thing where it's like they start praising things, and you're like, I know that's bad, Mom. Now I don't know what to believe. Now I don't think anyone.
Now
ever
you're just a liar, okay?
Yeah. Now no one loves me. Now I'm gonna die just thinking that I suck. So anyway, so what I'm saying is, please get your friends, your grandparents, your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your enemies. Get your enemies and make them subscribe.
Mostly the enemies now. I'm shifting the desire to my friends.
We're here for your enemies. If you want us to torture them with talk of what we're doing with our lives, join us in the basement of doom. So no, but thank you all for listening. We really and watching. If you're only listening on one of the various podcasting apps, we're available on YouTube, and you can see all the pictures and funny videos and coffee cups. We have coffee cups for some reason.
It's the best running joke.
So you can see all the cool stuff on YouTube. Otherwise, we try to post things every once in a while on Twitter and on Facebook. We have a Facebook group. We have a Facebook group at facebook.com/group/wehaveissuespodcast. you know, all the links will be below. So just feel free to add all that stuff. And, you know, we just appreciate you for listening and watching and sticking with us through all of this. We're really excited to bring this project to you and to get to the next one. It's going to be amazing. So
It is.
But thank you all for listening. I'm Anthony.
I'm Stevie Wildcard.
And this has been episode 36 of We Have Issues. See you next week. It's gonna, but like I did.
Oh, so we're saving that for episode 50.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah,
we should just start collecting little trinkets and baubles.
Yeah, dude.
And just make episode 50 insane.
So that's why I wanted to record your reaction to it and stuff, so we can like when episode 50 comes, we can go, oh, here's a clip from, and then like show that.